The official story said it was for family reasons, but the truth behind Inspector General Kayode Egbetokun's sudden exit is a high-stakes power struggle involving 300 billion naira, a direct defiance of President Tinubu, and a secret list of infamy that the presidency could no longer ignore. While the resignation letter submitted painted a picture of a man stepping away for personal peace, the reality unfolding behind the closed doors of the presidential villa was far more intense. President Bola Tinubu reportedly summoned the former police chief and made it clear that his time was up, rejecting Egbetokun's pleas to remain in office until the end of his statutory 4-year term in 2027. The most explosive reason for this fallout centers on a massive financial and structural tug-of-war regarding the protection of very important personalities. In November 2025, the president issued a non-negotiable directive to withdraw over 11,000 police officers from guarding private individuals and redeploy them to communities facing the heat of kidnapping and banditry. Egbetokun did not just drag his feet, he actively pushed back against his commander-in-chief. He argued during security meetings that the economic actors and business elites of Nigeria needed police protection to keep the economy moving. The president countered this by pointing out that the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps is perfectly capable and even more lethal in arms handling, making the police's fixation on VIP duty look suspicious. This resistance had a staggering price tag attached to it. Insiders revealed that the system of deploying police to private citizens generates upwards of 300 billion naira annually for the police establishment. The arrangement reportedly involves collecting about 100,000 naira monthly for an officer, with the officer seeing only half that amount while the rest trickles through the administrative chain. When the president's order threatened to shut down this lucrative revenue stream, the defiance became creative. Some officers reportedly began wearing mufti or disguising themselves in civil defense and vigilante uniforms just to stay on their VIP beats, a compromise the president eventually discovered and viewed as a direct sabotage of his national security agenda. The friction extended into the very philosophy of how Nigeria should be governed. While President Tinubu has made the creation of state police a flagship reform of his administration, insisting that it is the only way to let farms flourish and families sleep in peace, Egbetokun broke ranks publicly. At a National Assembly public hearing, the former IGP presented a memorandum arguing that Nigeria was not mature for state policing, claiming it would be abused by governors for political gain. This open opposition to a primary government policy was seen as an act of administrative rebellion. It was no coincidence that just hours before Egbetokun was told to go, the president was telling state governors at an iftar dinner that the establishment of state police would no longer be postponed. Beyond policy and money, there were deeply personal grievances involving professional conduct and the treatment of colleagues. Egbetokun reportedly used his position to stifle the career of Olatunji Disu, the man who has now replaced him. Both men have history dating back to Tinubu's days as governor of Lagos, where Egbetokun served as chief security officer and Disu as aide to camp. The president was reportedly troubled by how Egbetokun treated a peer who shared the same journey of mentorship. There were concerns that Egbetokun was intentionally waiting for Disu to reach his retirement age in April 2026 to eliminate him as a potential successor, a move the president neutralized by signing the new police act and then elevating Disu to the top spot. Finally, the international image of the Nigerian government took a hit under Egbetokun's watch, leading to his placement in the Book of Infamy by the International Press Institute Nigeria. The presidency felt deeply embarrassed as report after report surfaced of journalists being harassed, detained, and targeted using the Cybercrimes Act. With at least 24 journalists facing police aggression without any corrective action from the top, the government felt the IGP's silence was an endorsement of oppression. This combination of financial defiance, policy sabotage, personal vendettas, and a poor human rights record created a situation where the family reasons cited in his resignation became the only polite way to exit a door that was already locked from the inside. If a president's hand-picked security chief can openly fight against policies meant to secure the average Nigerian just to protect a 300 billion naira private guard industry, who is really in charge of our safety?